Bow. What's going on?
I feel so entertained.
You feel so entertained?
I feel so entertained, dude.
Entertained by what? Our opening theme song?
Well, that's not bad.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's good stuff.
It's a good theme song.
But, dude, I just went to the movies, and it was fantastic. I experienced the joy of the movies.
You went to an actual theater?
Oh, first off, hi, I'm Mike.
I'm Brendan.
Thank you for watching Two Dudes Wearing Hats. Make sure you go to 2dwh.com. Like, subscribe, follow on YouTube. You can get directly to there from 2dwh.com. Go to Instagram at 2dudeswearinghats. You can follow him at that dude named Brendan. You can follow me at that dude named Mike. Do all the social things, like and subscribe.
Yes.
So, I went to the movies.
You went to the movies.
It was fantastic.
Like actual theater.
I went to a theater. We bought tickets. We went in.
Popcorn.
We didn't get popcorn because we had dinner right before.
What's your theater food or candy? Is there a specific that you associate with? That's when I go to the movies.
I'm an outlier in this scenario. I am not a big popcorn person. I rarely eat popcorn.
I'm not the biggest popcorn person either.
I like. Okay. My favorite popcorn probably comes from the tin that your family member would give
the cheddar
at the holidays. Well, the triple, where it was like butter, caramel corn, cheddar corn, and then you just take the little thing out of the middle and shake it all together.
I have a story about that I can't tell on the podcast.
So, we went to the movies, and when I go to the movies, really, I like a gummy worm. A gummy candy, a gummy bear. Yeah. I'm not big on the sour while I'm watching the movie.
My father's a gummy bear. When I was younger, it was Reese's Pieces, but now it's actually most of my life it's Sour Patch Kids.
I like a Raisinette. I like a good Raisinette. The problem is the Raisinette melts too quickly.
Yeah. That
chocolate on the outside is very, very, very temperamental. And just even a little bit into the movie, you can get like 30 minutes into a movie and you're done. You're done. You didn't get a napkin. It's a movie theater. You didn't think you were going to need a napkin, but now you got chocolate fingers.
You know what you need with that is a drink.
Something good to drink.
Speaking of, we need a drink right now, don't we? As we get into this,
I have
a
drink.
Drinking on.
You have a drink? Well,
I was thinking this week I wasn't going to just drink, as Hosier would say, drink my whiskey neat.
Oh, is that guy?
Drink my whiskey.
I won't get kicked off of YouTube.
It is Hosier. But I have a brand new little flask-sized bottle of Maker's Mark.
Okay.
And I'm going to make one of my first drinks that I ordered when I went to a bar when I didn't know what to order. It's not hard to make.
Whiskey and Coke?
That's exactly what we're making, my friend.
There you go.
So I've got my makers. I'm reaching over into the Xbox fridge. I've got Sammy has joined me for the podcast in my lap tonight, so he's making this very difficult on me with my elbows, and he really is into reaching up and grabbing the pop filter and the microphone itself, or trying to. Okay. He's just constant reaching for things. But we're gonna.
My drink is less ingredients than yours.
Less ingredients?
Less ingredients than yours. It's one ingredient. And I'm going to open it because this week, the same thing. You kind of did a cocktail. You want to do something a little bit different for the first drink. We had a conversation, and Brendan had a great comment that this show is a 3-drink minimum.
It is.
So for my first, I am having a beer. And we're going good with this one. If we're going to have a beer for the first drink of the night, we're going to do a tall boy.
Okay.
We're going to do a delicious tall boy. We are doing Garage Beer
Lime. Very nice. You know what? I saw one of those today in a corner store close to me, and it made me very happy to know that I've got it. Although what's funny is I always forget there's a Braxton really close to me now. If you know where I live.
You can go to. I got this at a gas station. I got
Yeah.
this at UDF, dude.
Y-
You can go anywhere now and get
Yeah.
this beer.
And the lime is really good.
Oh, it's that perfect weather. It was 85 yesterday. It was like 70 something today. It's this time of year.
For sure. For sure. Nice. Well, I will have my Makers and Coke.
Oh, fantastic. 4%.
So, what did you see at the movie? Tell everybody.
So, as a lot of people know, as a lot of my friends know, I am a huge Kevin Smith fan. Right now, he is doing a run for about a week of the re-release of his 1999 movie Dogma.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I'm a Kevin Smith fan as well. I'm not a Kevin Smith fan like you are. You are a true badass
grew
Kevin
up
Smith
watching those movies. Clerks, I discovered Clerks in high school, and it kind of was one of the movies that started kind of forming like my personality. Is like, oh, I can be sarcastic and a little assertive and like talk shit to people in a fun way.
I can't remember Chasing Amy. I saw it a little bit. Mallrats was kind of my first.
Mallrats was really endearing to me.
Mallrats was my first kind of exposure to Kevin Smith. Then I saw Clerks. Okay. I always wanted to rollerblade on the roof of a building because of that and play hockey. But Dogma was my favorite. Dogma was my favorite Kevin Smith movie. Dogma was one of my favorite movies in general. I still have it with a box of old VHSs. It was my put that on at the end of the night movie. In theater, I considered doing the opening speech that Matt Damon did as an audition piece for acting one about the Lord Ganesha. And
okay, that's what I was going to say. Which one? The Walrus and the Carpenter.
The Walrus, yeah. It's such a good movie, and I don't fully know all the controversy. You might know better about why it hasn't been on streaming.
Yeah,
allowed to be on streaming.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and now it's back.
To put it in short terms.
Yeah, please do. We don't have a long show.
Yeah, when Kevin Smith when Kevin Smith put out his first movie Clerks, it got picked up by Miramax and specifically Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, okay.
This was before anybody. This was in the mid 90s. Nobody knew that. Nobody. Yeah. He was just an eccentric dude that produced movies.
Yeah.
He then did Mallrats and essentially kind of helped produce a lot of Kevin Smith's movies or executive produce and made them happen. So like the big one from what I understand was Dogma. He was really invested financially and an ownership stake in Dogma. He kept it. He never let anybody do that. Never let anybody put a DVD out, anything like that. And then when all that Harvey Weinstein stuff happened,
yeah.
At first he didn't give it up, but then recently he had a bunch of bills and a bunch of lawyers and a bunch of things he had to pay for. So he started selling off slakes of his property, just huge amounts of things that he owned the rights to, and one of which was Dogma. Some random company, not a random company because I don't know who they are, but apparently they are a very good company at doing this. Some other company bought the rights to Dogma and then approached Kevin Smith and said, okay, hey, let's release this movie and put it out and make some money with it. And so now they're doing a city-to-city run of showing that movie in theaters.
Yeah, it looks like our buddy Bob is going to be seeing it on Sunday. I would like to see it in the theater. It's been so long since I've seen it. I mean, the last time I saw it was when I had a working VHS player, probably.
Yeah. I have a DVD copy. We went and bought a DVD copy a few years ago. Now, the thing about Dogma is it was made in the late 90s. It's still in that more squared format rather than the huge, like, wide
4x3
format we have today.
Yeah.
The color and audio is older.
Yeah.
And they totally preserve that in the movie. They didn't stretch it. Like, they made it big across the screen, but it's the right dimensions, and they just let the border.
That's awesome.
They let the empty space play, so the
That's
movie
what it
looks
is.
how it's supposed to look.
That's what it is. I mean, that's what's funny is I go back and not long ago I watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia again. And if you started at the beginning, it starts in 4:3,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden one season it switches over to widescreen.
But-
You're like, this is when the widescreen became the big thing.
So I want to walk you through my experience of going to see this movie. So we we went and had dinner, and then we parked and walked.
Real quick, real quick, I want to bring up before we get to that, and you can tell me. But do you want to know one of my favorite things about this movie?
What's that?
Do you remember Kevin Smith protesting his own movie?
Oh yeah, he did an interview on some news channel.
Did an interview on a news channel,
at a church or at a theater
about the religious people that were up in arms about it. And he goes and gets in line and stands and talks. Yeah. And God, that was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite moments about him. I remember that I'm like, okay, this guy is off the wall. He's hilarious. But anyway, 100%. Continue. Tell me your experience. Where'd you see it at? So we went to the movie theater at Newport on the Levee. Okay. Yep.
So we went to dinner and then we parked and a couple blocks away and walked there. It was a nice hot night, so it was humid, but it was not terrible.
As someone who works outside overnight, I'm very happy with the weather, how it's been lately.
100%. So we get to the theater, we go up, we've got the tickets that we bought online ahead of time. So, the theaters have like 20 screens, right?
Yeah.
Normally you're in I'm so used to sitting in like the first 4 over here or the first 4 over here right when you walk up.
Yeah.
No. This one was down the right hall at the end, turn to the right and go in. It was like number 16 or something, which is down at the very end of that right hallway. Here's the thing, man.
Is it a different type of theater? Or?
It is small in a good way.
Okay.
You walk up the little ramp, you turn right. There's about 3 rows to your left going down towards the screen, 2 rows, a lift, 2 rows, a lift, a row.
Huh.
And it was a smaller theater. It worked perfectly. You could tell there was only people there that wanted to see that movie. There wasn't like the kids who just like, let's see a movie on a Thursday night. Or like people that didn't know what they were looking for.
Nobody stood outside the theater that night and went, "What are we gonna see?"
Right.
Oh, Dogma. I mean,
a re-release of a movie from the 90s.
That's what I probably would have done because I don't know anything else that's out right now.
Yep.
And I mean, I can't imagine anything. I am of the opinion, and we can talk about this in a second too, that the only purpose of theaters should be for older films. Bring back things that you didn't see when you were a kid, or things that I don't know.
Movies like the big events, like the Avengers movies. Okay, people want to see that on a like if it's a spectacle, absolutely. But put everything else on streaming.
Right.
All these movies about 2 people talking in a room somewhere and like an apartment melodrama, like put all that shit on streaming. Not that it's bad movies, but just give that access to me right away. Yeah. But here's what's great that happened. So we get there to the theater, we get to our seats, we sit down, we're talking for a minute, we're talking. People are getting their seats, moving around. The lights go out, and then do you know what happens right after the lights go out?
Was there applause?
The movie started.
Oh. There were no
trailers, no commercials, no. Welcome to the movie. No, go buy a Coca-Cola, no soda. No, it just kicked right into the movie, into the opening.
I kind of like trailers. Are you telling me you don't like trailers?
I don't need trailers before a retro movie.
Okay.
I don't need.
Give me retro trailers.
I would love that, but you know how expensive that would be. They probably would have to pay so much money just to play like the Die Hard trailer. Like they couldn't do that. I get that. I would love that idea.
Remember DVDs used to have trailers, and they would force you to fucking sit through them. You couldn't skip that chapter.
I had a copy of Ernest Saves Christmas that was it was a promotional copy. So it had about twice in the movie would stop. It would run a 10-minute ad for 3 Men and a Baby. I think it was 3 Men and a Baby.
That's fantastic.
And then go back into the Ernest Saves Christmas and then cut to that same 10-minute ad because it was meant to be like you put this in the store and just hit play and just let it go all day. It was like a promotional tape.
Gotcha.
which was wild. That I have no idea where I got this thing from growing up. I think one of my uncles gave it to me. I had an uncle who would just collect stuff all year long, and he would show up at Christmas. This episode's gone completely off the rails. So
They always do.
he shows up at Christmas, right? Every year. Uncle Max shows up at Christmas every year, and he's got this big piece of paper, this sheet, and it's got numbers, and then in the other way it's got these other columns that just keep saying, like, it's like you could tell kind of like price points, like size of the gifts.
Yeah.
And then in each box he would write like adult male, adult female,
Oh my god.
teenage female, a teenage male. No, here's why. So at Christmas, no matter who he met, no matter who he ran into, he had a
gift
Christmas gift. He'd meet somebody, talk to you for about 5-10 minutes, and then he'd go wander off at some point and come back and be like, Merry Christmas. And he'd give you some gift that he had coordinated.
That's
on
crazy.
This, like, spreadsheet that he walked
in
around
a great,
with.
unique way.
He was fantastic. He was this crazy, eccentric old man who just walked around, and he would show up at my uncle's house, and he would immediately drink 7 and 7s, Seagram 7 and 7
Up. Yeah.
And just every time, and just he would just drink that and just give people Christmas gifts every single time. But I say that's probably where the VHS tape comes from. But the reason I didn't like the reason I liked No Trailers is it was so good to sit down. It started, and then the movie just went. Everybody shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Nobody said. People laughed throughout the movie at the right times, but also seeing a movie with people who were all there because they love that movie.
Yeah.
Nobody like was talking or bullshitting. Nobody had their phones out. Everybody just sat there like it. It gives the vibe of you put the DVD in at your house and you're just like
chilling on the couch with all your friends.
On the couch watching the movie with a bunch of people that like the movie.
That's awesome.
I agree. That's what theaters should be. You could take one of these 20 screen theaters, make 10 of them like Avengers, Avatar, the new things, the things you have to put out there. And then the other 10 screens, give me like Terminator, Jaws. Do one that's like old shit. Do like
Gremlins,
old
Goonies.
I'm talking
Stand By Me.
Do silent film with just like play that Buster
That's
Keaton
not even
shit.
Silent. Okay, yeah, some
like the Buster Keaton. They would have like
Gotcha,
music in the background in front of the silent film.
I'm with you.
Or like Phantom of the old school Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Or could you imagine seeing like Bram Stoker's Dracula now on a giant screen with like the fucking sound system and all that shit going for like one of those insane movies?
Give me some old insane, like I want to see Critters, or I want to see Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Give me like Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Yeah, there you go.
Go play all those old, like, dude, they we're making our own like business now. We're fantasy booking a movie theater. But you have one screen.
Oh, you need my weekend of Stand By Me, Goonies, and Gremlins. You
have one theater just dedicated to concert videos, like all the classic ones, like Ozzy and Budokan, and like there's the one where Pink Floyd in London, Paul McCartney back in the USSR, like all those classic like concert videos. Just
Barney the Dinosaur in San Diego.
Barney in San Diego.
I don't know.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of our shell, but just do like that. Just do that all the time. Do one with just sports. Hey, we're playing the NBA Finals on this screen. For $5, you get to come watch it in a giant movie theater.
Like an old classic one, or you mean the current?
The current.
Oh yeah. Current, that'd be cool. Well, it's like WWE has those those two venues. One's in Texas and one's maybe LA, where they have those big, like, it's almost the Sphere in Vegas that you're sitting inside of, and they have those special cameras and you're right up on the action.
And that's what more a movie theater as an event feels more like a better use of movie theater money. Like I keep saying, like, people are going to go see Avengers or Lilo and Stitch or all these Disney movies, but like you can make bank on like nostalgia and not remake nostalgia. Like
Give
just
me a
show me the shit I
nostalgia.
love and let me sit in the theater and watch the shit I like to watch.
You know what I would like? It just came to my mind, and people are going to take my idea because it's going to be brilliant. No, give me like a nostalgia throwback drive-in, but all the food options. I want food trucks surrounding everything. Like I want food truck options always, no matter where I'm at. Because when you said theater, I love going to the theater. Like I'm kind of that person who likes the new adult section in some of the theaters where you're up at the top and you have a push button and you can order a drink or order food. Yeah,
bring me a beer, bring me a pretzel.
Because always, I don't care what it is. Every movie I've seen, if I've gotten up to go to the bathroom or get a Coke, I will always remember that one section that I didn't see. Like
another bonus though of the movies you already seen. If you get up and have to go to the bathroom real quick, it doesn't matter. I had to do that last night. Yeah. I was like, it was like about 3/4 of the way through the movie. I knew here it's. I know. I thought to myself, I was like, they're at the train scene. They're at the scene where they're on the train. I'm like, he just threw him off the train. I was like, I know they're about to go have the argument. I'm gonna watch the argument in the garage between Bartleby and Loki.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go because I got enough time to come back before it starts getting into the big ending. That was the cool part. Like the Goonies, if you're watching the Goonies, you could totally be like, all right, it's at this one part where they're just kind of walking through, just kind of avoiding the booby traps for like 3 minutes. Or in the bathroom.
There you go. Yeah. No,
you Goonies. What a movie.
Goonies is great. Gremlins 3 is coming, but you know what I heard that makes me very happy about that?
What's that?
The same director, and more importantly, they're going to use no CGI. Yeah. They're going to go back to practical effects and puppetry the same way the original Gremlins and Mogwais were. So,
well, I mean, that's going to be really fun. And they're going to be able to pull on. Can you imagine them making those characters now? They're going to look cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to be awesome. I think, and I could be wrong, it may have just been a stupid AI. You know how AI has these fake advertisements for people's wishes of like, we'd like to see this movie. But I did see a poster.
There's a lot of video game movie ones going around right now.
Curse of the Mogwai was going to be the title of it. So I don't know if that's true or not. But I do have some information that is true about something we were talking about King of the Hill wise.
Okay.
So if you watch the opening of King of the Hill, the opening covers everything that's happened.
They moved away.
They move away. They moved to Saudi Arabia, and Hank and Peggy sell propane to build their retirement nest egg in Saudi Arabia. And the show is them coming back. They left during COVID. If you rewatch the opening and you watch the new opening that has been put out there for King of the Hill, you'll notice that a moving truck comes real fast and takes them away. And then a new gentleman is out there who's wearing a mask and everybody's separated. And Dale's running for office at some point. And you do see what I believe is what was Cotton's wife's name? Hank's stepmom. Dee Dee? Dee Dee. No, Dee Dee was his real mom. Hank. I think it was Good Hank. And,
it was Dee Dee.
Was it Dee Dee?
Hold on. King of the Hill.
I thought Dee Dee was Hank's mom's name, but I could be wrong. Dee Dee might be, Dee Dee and the baby. But I think I see Good Hank in there. But anyway, so that's going to be a very interesting take. Is now they're all kind of getting reacclimated, is what the show is going to be about. Hank and Peggy have now moved back to Arlen and are running back into their old friends.
After Cotton and his first wife, Tilly, Hank's mother divorced, he married a much younger, soft-spoken, busty blonde candy striper named Dee Dee.
Yep, Dee Dee.
Who gave birth to his youngest son,
G.H. Good Hank.
G.H. Good Hank.
Good Hank. Oh, man. That's so great. Oh, man. I can't wait for that. August 4th, we have an exact date now. And so that's going to be fantastic.
I don't jump in a lot of shows anymore.
Here's but that's what I'm going to pick up. Is they've already said it's 10 episodes.
Yeah, I wasn't
And coming,
expecting a full run.
but maybe after that they build a
Yeah.
little bit more. I mean, because they did
They're
hundreds.
testing the waters to see if people give a shit.
Yeah,
If people care and people watch it, of course they'll make more. That's what happened with the Beavis and Butthead thing. Like they did that first one and people liked it, and then they did a bunch more. People eventually stopped
they're
watching it.
doing 2 new Teds. I don't know if you're familiar with that. The Ted sitcom TV
Yeah.
show one went over so well that they're doing a second season of that. It really was absolutely hilarious. But what they're doing also, that this one kind of is a stretch for me, is now they're doing, so the TV show is a prequel to the movies. Now they're doing a sequel after the movies that's going to be a show, but it's all animated. So, yeah.
I like when franchises do that. I've always been a proponent of the Animatrix. I think
It'll
it's one
be,
of the
oh,
best
the
storytelling
Animatrixes were
parts
very
of that
cool.
entire story. So I'm all about that idea.
Did you
There'd
have
be
a
an animated thing in between it?
Did you have a favorite Animatrix?
I don't remember the names of the different ones, but it's the one
Yeah.
where the little kids are playing and they end up running into Neo at the end.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
It was
The
the
one
most
where
abstract of all of them. It was the one
one,
that took the dream turn.
I mean, I think the best one that everybody should see is the one that explains how our world currently went from what it is
If you're gonna
to
watch
the
it, watch all of them.
Matrix.
If you're gonna
Yeah.
watch one, watch all. It's because
Well, yeah.
altogether it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you watch one, watch the one that explains how our world became the Matrix, and it's kind of crazy, the robot trials and everything like that. And there's a lot of similarities with AI and stuff going on. It's
Which future is scarier, the Matrix future or the Terminator future?
Terminator.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You'd rather? Oh, see, the
I'd
Matrix
rather just plug me
scarier
in.
to me.
Plug me in.
What? No, I'll take my chances with a rifle against a robot. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
no. I want to lay back in a seat and go, download the French language. Parlez-vous français?
I want to be on the back of a truck with an autocannon, just bah, 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 bah.
Yeah,
No.
but you can do that, but you can also run off wall. You can do anything in the Matrix.
Yeah, but you're also bald in a tub of goo. That's the problem.
I'm already
in a
bald,
tub of-
and if you've ever been out in the rain, sometimes it's like a sweet, sweet goo
No, but you're
dropping
like
from the sky.
no, but like this. We're talking like boiled egg bald. We're talking like turtle shell smooth all over you. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like no eyebrows, like smooth. We're talking smooth.
This comment from Bob right here, by the way. The one where there's the guy who follows him around and was saved. That is I know what you're talking about. That's the one that is my favorite of the Animatrix. It's the kid in the second movie who follows Neo around and wants to be on the ship. It's when he, and I'm not trying to glorify suicide in any way. It's when he he unplugs himself from the real world at school off the top of the building, basically. And it was that was a very cool, because he knew about Neo, and it was his story.
It was good
how
storytelling.
Unplugged. It was great storytelling.
It was good storytelling.
It's great storytelling.
That's what we're gonna call it. So let's say another franchise makes their Animatrix. Their animate something. What franchise? Who are you having make another Animatrix style like anthology like that?
Are you telling me it's going to be like 10 episodes that are it's going to be like a set
number
of episodes?
It comes out in an hour, the same way it came out. One shot. It's an hour and a half run.
I didn't get it as one shot. I bought the 10 disc box set that the Animatrix was on one disc all by itself.
See, so I just bought the I bought that DVD separately, the Animatrix.
I just had them as separate. To me, they're 10 short stories. I don't see them. And a couple of them I don't remember.
I watched the format that presented them all as like a movie.
Okay, yeah.
It was just a series of stories.
I was picking them apart here and there.
Let's say, but either way, let's say you get that anthology animated by different styles. What franchise? We got John Wick in the chat, which I'll be honest, never seen a John Wick movie.
I have never seen a John Wick movie either. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because I heard they hurt a puppy.
Oh, I want nothing to do with it.
They kill a
I'm
dog,
good.
and
I'm
I'm
out.
like, I'm
I'm
out.
out. I'm
I
out.
know it
Good.
makes him John
Good.
Wick and shit like that, but don't
Great.
fucking kill dogs, you
Yeah.
pieces of
You
shit.
could just say it. Just
Yeah.
say it happened. Just tell me it happened. Just show it.
Yeah, I don't need it. Yeah,
I'm out.
I don't know.
I'm out.
But anyway, I've seen some scenes from them. John Wick is a badass, and there's apparently like ballerinas coming that's from that world. The easy answers for me, of course, would be for me to jump to Star Wars, which they've already kind of done that.
I was gonna say that's kind of that exists.
Lord of the Rings is another one. That's a good one. I mean, I saw Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit for me as a kid was the animated Hobbit. I don't know if you ever saw the animated Hobbit.
That was my Hobbit. That was my Hobbit as a kid.
That was the Hobbit.
The movie's not my Hobbit. The animated cartoon. The cartoon's my Hobbit.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. But off the top of my head, something else besides that would like them. Give me some more. I don't know why it jumped into my head right now, but I know it's historical, but give me some more 300 style Spartan Battles graphic novel style.
Okay.
Because I feel like 300 already being taken from a graphic novel style and made into a movie would be the perfect translation back into a graphic novel style and show me some animated, really cool 300 stuff the way that they do.
Okay.
I think. What about for you? Do you have a franchise, or do you have a movie that you can think of that you would turn into
the Quentin Tarantino universe?
Oh,
give me stories about like.
See, you kind of took.
Here's Vincent Vega's like. Here's what happened when he was in Hawaii. Here's his Hawaiian adventure, or tell me like.
You're right.
From Reservoir Dogs, like.
Oh, you could do
what did Mr. Pink do? You could just do Reservoir Dogs, and
you could just do
stories of those characters,
and the story could just be titled Pink,
and you never learn their name.
Whatever, yeah.
Except
you never
for
need
the
to.
ones you learn their names, but like you do. Well, there's because there's ones you learn their names.
I know.
But like
I thought you were giving yourself an out for every one of them or something. It was really.
You never learned Mr. Orange's name.
Yeah,
and then you could like do that. You could do like I just call it episode Orange, and it's all about that guy, but no one ever says his name.
That would be awesome. Oh my god, that would be so good, so good. See, at first I was thinking, give me more of Kill Bill and the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, but Kill Bill already kind of leaned into a great animated sequence when they did O-Ren Ishii's backstory. One of the coolest animated sequences I've seen in anything. And I'm not a big anime guy, but anyway. What made him go to Amsterdam? Bob says.
You could also, I mean, just the fact of Michael Madsen's character, he's Mr. He wasn't Mr. White.
Is he Mr. Brown?
No, Mr. Quentin Tarantino is Mr. Brown. Oh, fuck.
I know him more as Bud now from Kill Bill.
I can't believe I forget these names, but anyway, but like his backstory, I'm sure is you could just do his time in prison and just make it about that. And then once that one pops off, then you do a Pulp Fiction series. You do Pulp Fiction where then all of a sudden it's like Vincent Vega's trip. What happened to Jules after he left the diner?
Oh, brilliant for sure.
Like when after Marcellus closed the door after he got R-worded.
Yeah.
Like. What happened after that? When Butch and Honey Pie leave on the motorcycle, what happens to them? Or you could do one entirely just about Butch's boxing career. All that together.
Absolutely. I'm gonna call out Bob real quick. The reason I just laughed and about spit a drink out is because I read a fucking meme that was sent to me that. This should go in I'll send this in our fantasy football chat for the rest of them, but it says the Pittsburgh Steelers landing Aaron Rodgers is like finally banging your high school crush when she's 40 and has 4 kids.
So it's a precarious position because if he Aaron Rodgers the season, we're all going to be right. And we all just kind of get to watch it and laugh.
If he Aaron Rodgers the season, he doesn't make it through game 1.
But what if? What if?
I don't want some what ifs. He's in our division. Don't you start this what if game with me.
Have you seen their season? It is the fluffiest, cakiest Aaron Rodgers. It's almost like the season was booked for him to be on the Aaron Rodgers revenge tour.
Oh God.
Like he's gonna play all those teams, and like
we're one of those teams, dumbass.
The problem is you're gonna hear halfway through the season they're gonna be more arrogant than they need to be. I'm calling it. But
they're going to be. Oh, the Steelers are going to be. The Steelers are always more arrogant than they need to be.
They're going to say it's our year, but I digress.
No. Will they say it first, or will the Cowboys say it first? That's what I want to know.
I think Jerry Jones already said it. I think he already said it in an interview, like this is our year. But
so anyway, what else have you been watching or playing or doing? Anything else?
So I picked up Spider-Man Miles Morales. I picked that back up.
Ooh.
I just got past the point where like my uncle's the Prowler. Oh my God, my uncle is the Prowler. So like I'm still pretty early in it. And there's something fun about the just swinging around.
Yeah, I am with you 100%.
I don't need that much of a story. Just give me good reasons to do that. Like I fought in a combat scene. I fought in whatever 35-minute battle it is where you're fighting. The first time you're fighting all the dudes with the big robot fists that go like this.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a 30-minute fight. And I don't care because you just get the... Let me jump up. Well, it's so much fun.
Have you messed with Spider-Man 2 at all?
I have not.
It might be the single...
Is
greatest
it on
PlayStation 5.
No, is it PlayStation Plus? Can I play it for free?
Oh no.
I'm not gonna pay for it.
Oh, it came with my PlayStation. But without a doubt, the only game that has ever given Arkham a run for its money as the best superhero game. Same thing.
Venom's in that game, right?
What's that?
Venom is in that?
Yeah. There's a lot of symbiotes.
It's kind of in the advertising a little bit, I think.
So yeah. I mean, you become at one point. Mary Jane becomes at one point, and you have to kind of fight the symbiote off of her. And Mary Jane as a symbiote is somehow sexy and terrifying all at once. No, it's more terrifying. It's a complete alien creature that is just some crazy stuff. But it's one of the few games I've 100%ed. And when I 100%ed it, I kept coming back to the game because you can still be in the city swinging around and all of a sudden alert, something's going on. Let's swing in. And so I would just swing in to fucking help out whatever's going on in the city. Yeah. It could be symbiotes. It could be there's this fire cult that are following what do they call him? There's a fire cult in that one, which is one group that you're always after. And yeah, there's just a bunch of assholes.
I'm not as big of a fan of the costumes. I feel like the first game had better suits. There's a couple really cool ones. The first Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Like how I don't know. I'm a dork.
Oh,
I like to change the Spider-Man suits.
This one has so many. This one has so many. It's stupid.
I feel like Miles Morales doesn't have that many great ones. There's a couple really cool ones, but I think there's also a lot of lame ones.
Oh, this one has at least 20 for Miles and for Peter Parker because you can switch between them at any point. Yeah. That's what's awesome about Spider-Man 2 is they both have their own stories going on. It's a lot like Grand Theft Auto 5, which you wouldn't know about since you haven't played the story, but you can switch between characters at any given point. And that's what's kind of cool is you can be like, I feel like Miles Morales right now. I'm going to switch to Miles. But all of the suits in the game each have, then you can upgrade that. And there's 4 variations on the suit. So like there's like 20 suits, but multiply that by 4, you're looking at like 100 different versions and variations. It's crazy. I mean, that'd be 80 actually. 20, 40, 68.
That's correct. Yeah. That correct.
Yeah, you bet your ass that's correct. Oh, you want to talk about some wrestling and have a beer?
Yeah,
You've
that's
already
correct.
had a beer.
I can have another beer.
Is that the way it works?
Beer. I have a beer of the week still. So I have discovered a new
A BOTW, beer of
BOTW.
the week. Yes.
I have discovered a new beer that has been dropped by a great local brewery, and it is probably one
Dropped.
of my...
You say it like an album as opposed to released. You say the beer has been dropped.
It is one of my favorite beers I've had locally in a very, very long time. It is goddamn delicious. I've already had this beer. It is Mad Tree Queen City Pale Ale.
I just had that.
Is this the one you had a couple shows ago or something like that?
I had this not long ago on the show, I feel like.
It is...
I know I had it. It was very good.
It is one of my favorites. It has a great bite to it, a great hoppy flavor. Hold on. That's delicious.
Well,
that's the perfect amount of hoppiness.
I've got number one. We're going to start with a beautiful UK Pilsner glass.
There you go.
I'm not putting a Pilsner in it.
I didn't grab a glass. I'm just going to drink out of the can.
I have a beer, which is if I asked you just off the top of your head to tell me a Cincinnati IPA, I feel like one of two things would come to your head.
Rheingeist Truth. Cincinnati IPA. Rheingeist Truth. Mad Tree Psychopathy.
Bingo.
Bingo.
See, I Truth was the other one I knew you would say, because like those are the two IPAs in Cincinnati. You know what I also almost bought earlier, and I was going to give you the clue of when we were bartending together, this was the main number one IPA. It's not Cincinnati, but it was just the easy drinking IPA that everybody ordered.
Ooh.
If I told you that that would be way too easy.
Hold on. Not from Cincinnati.
Not from
easy
Cincinnati.
Drinking IPA.
Well, I don't know if it's easy drinking or not, but back then it was the IPA. I didn't know much about IPAs, but if someone asked for an IPA, I was like, oh, well, we have this, of course.
West 6 IPA.
No. Although we did have West 6 IPA. Bell's
Too Hearted.
Bell's Too Hearted. Bell's Too Hearted was the IPA for so long. Yeah. I feel like
it was the go-to. Like you were pouring for a group of, let's say 5 dudes came in, a group of 5.
Yeah.
You're probably pouring a Bell's Too Hearted, a Fat Tire.
Yeah. A Cougar Bait Blonde Ale for somebody. Because we didn't have Budweiser or Bud Light. They're going to want something. What's your closest to that? Let me get you a Cougar Bait.
I'll try the Bourbon Barrel Ale. I want the big boy. I want the big beefy boy.
Yeah. And
that's I want that big bitch.
And that's the guy we're later throwing out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's also like, let me get a shot.
Yeah. Because he doesn't know how to handle his booze. That's a great can, by the way. I really like the
artwork in it.
The almost like watercolor artwork.
Oh yeah, the artwork in here is fantastic. So we've got some wrestling coming up this weekend. You have a massive beer stash. You have corner drippage. You have fangs, my dude. It was great. You could have left it.
Here's the thing I've been debating on, and I have this debate. Let me ask you, how often do you have this debate? Okay. Do you often have a debate with yourself about shaving it? Just fucking shaving it. Just, I'm done. Let me start from scratch. Let it all grow in at the same rate again. Let's start from scratch.
No.
No?
I have weak chin.
What do you mean?
I have all this. My chin is unimpressive without a beard. Like, that's the thing.
Without a beard, I have to walk around with my face out like this. Like, oh, I have a jawline. Check this out. Yeah.
I would probably at least keep a goatee. I would probably at least keep like a little thin, like short goatee. And then try to let everything else grow out. I don't know if I could have a completely bald face. That's scary.
Yeah, I keep fighting it. Like, I mean, I know you're gonna see me tomorrow, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow, in person, and there's a chance that I look completely different because I'm fighting it right now. Just I'm
So
fighting
you're just
telling.
going Matrix. You're just going to show up smooth,
Oh yeah.
just smooth.
Yeah.
We're
You
gonna
wouldn't.
post pictures of that on the Instagram page. If he shows up smooth, I'm taking a picture of his smooth ass.
I'm gonna look like powder.
Not his ass, but
My
powder.
ass is smooth. Did you get the powder, Rever?
It
There we
looks like
go.
powder. Oh shit.
There's
Oh,
an old
shit.
movie to bring back to the theater. That was a good old movie. Was Powder.
Powder.
It
You had
blew my
movies like
mind when I
Powder,
realized who played Powder. You know who plays
My
Powder, right?
Girl. No.
Sean Patrick Flannery, one of the Boondock Saints.
Oh, I didn't know
Not
it was
Norman
Powder.
Reedus, the other Boondock
The
Saint.
other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah.
The other guy. The other saint.
The other Saint.
Dude,
My Girl. Did you say My Girl?
My Girl.
Oh,
What was the one with Jennifer Lopez? The Cell,
The Cell.
where she
Apparently
goes in the mind.
Apparently, they're going to be making a series about 13 Ghosts. The 13 Ghosts.
What a good movie.
Very, very
What
bizarre.
a good movie. What terrifying creatures. Like, they made such cool looking like ghosts that were monsters.
The glass house was just awesome in general.
What a cool concept. Like, hey,
Yeah.
here's a glass house. Like, because sometimes these movies always have the, like, why would you trust a person with this? This is the movie where it's like, why would you trust a person with a glass house? Who's like, come hang out in my glass house.
Yeah, right.
It's safe. We're going to have a party.
Please use the bathroom. It's in the center of the building.
I'm just going to stand here.
Bob, from what I heard, I saw your quote there about Boondock Saints. From what I heard from Norman Reedus, there is a third Boondock Saints coming.
No, our Animatrix idea.
Oh,
the Boondock Saints universe.
Oh, that would be cool. Doing a lot of like the Boondock Saints,
like a 3-episode Rocco arc. Just
oh man, that would be amazing.
And then you make him sound like
you could do El Duce's backstory even more than they did, and do some of his.
You make it sound like Tales from the Bible or something, like the story of Saint Rocco, or the tempting of Rocco. Like you put like biblical names on all of the episodes, and the season finale is
El Duce's Wrath
is an El Duce's Wrath. That's so good, and it's.
Now Bob says there is a small comic book series of Boondock Saints. That's interesting.
All right, well, I'm gonna write one right now. So here's the El Duce episode. Here's what it is. It's him it's a 2-part. You tell the story in 2 parts. The first part you tell the story in is him loading his weapons and getting ready for that scene where he shows up during the "it was a firefight." It's him around the corner, like in a van or something, like just loading, putting guns on, like checking ammo,
each of them.
But while that's happening, you tell the story of him like growing up and becoming a dad and raising the boys, and the boys leaving and going to America, and him going to jail and all this shit. You basically cut between that scene and him growing up, and you tie it together with like maybe he looks at a gun and he remembers the first time he picks up a gun, and then like he puts like his coat on. He remembered the time he bought the boys coats or something. You just like you use that to tell the story. And I think and then the episode ends with him busting out and like pulling the guns and just starting to fire.
And that's how it goes black.
That's how it ends.
Yeah. I like that. That's pretty good.
All right.
That's pretty good.
So we got a lot of wrestling this weekend.
We got a lot of wrestling. Let's discuss some wrestling.
We've got Worlds Collide.
Fans, this is where you're going to want to check out or just look into my sexy eyes. Hello.
We've got Worlds Collide. We also have Money in the Bank coming up tomorrow. I'm gonna what? I'm gonna pass it to you. First off, Worlds Collide. What are your overall thoughts of WWE and AAA's Worlds Collide?
I'm excited for it. It's unique. You know where they're showing it, right? You know what channel it's on, right?
Peacock?
No.
What?
It's on YouTube. And I think that's for more of an international I believe that's so their AAA audience can watch it. And they could guarantee that the AAA audience is gonna. I mean, because there's not AAA on Peacock, so a lot of the AAA fans probably don't have Peacock to watch this. It's not a bad idea.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I guess I guess that WWE can get away. They don't need to like have it on. They don't need to charge people to watch it.
Yeah.
They're making enough money.
Right. I think it's kind of cool that it's on YouTube. I think it really shows that they're leaning into the partnership, because I feel like that's a big part of the partnership is let's make this accessible to everyone.
I think it was a great call for them to partner with this company, because like when it comes to big international wrestling,
partner with or buy.
They're partnering with TNA.
Okay, they're partnering with TNA.
Like that's what they do. They partner with you and then buy you and absorb you. But
I have a theory that they've already bought TNA a while ago, but I don't know. It's my conspiracy theory. Excuse me.
Hello, it would have either been a company out of Mexico or a company out of Japan. Those are really the two places where you get the big companies. Japan, there's no way they would have like New Japan Pro Wrestling is too big and too built into the culture.
Oh, you know who I wish they'd buy?
Need to. I don't know enough about CMLL to know that it's a much of a competitor. I think of AAA anyway when I think of Lucha
If I
Libre.
think of Mexican wrestling, there's two places I think of. It's AAA, and it's CMLL. Yeah. And AAA is the first one that comes to mind all the time.
Lucha Underground, bitches.
Yeah, well, that was San Diego or Los Angeles. But anyway, what was I saying?
AAA.
Yeah, AAA though. There was something else. I can't even think of it now. But so anyway,
you're excited for the combination of these two companies. This is an actual big opportunity for WWE to legitimately work with another promotion. Well,
I'm curious to see how the other promotions people do and are exhibited. I mean, I already know that they're not losing their AAA Mega Championship to Chad Gable, because that's the main event of the night.
Oh yeah, that's going to be Vikingo.
But you know what?
I don't know about that, dude. They just took the belt off Stephanie McCour. Yeah. And Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints.
Anything could happen at any time.
Like that would actually be really good on Monday Night Raw. Is Americano showing up with the AAA belt?
It's not Americano. Really, it's still a separate person.
But okay, so it's Gable. But that would be.
You know what it would be good for? It would be good for Chad Gable showing up in AAA as the American that is holding Vikingo's title. But Vikingo just won that title off of Alberto Del Rio, which I feel was...
That doesn't matter.
That feels like WWE task number 1 when they bought the company. Task 1, what do? We get the title off of Alberto Del Rio.
No, I think they were also like, let's put Vikingo in a main event.
Yeah.
Let's do what the kid didn't do, as Nick Khan calls him.
So, first match, what are you thinking? I mean, we got... I'm not going to say first match, but main event, Hijo... Vikingo, Chad Gable. It's going to be awesome because Chad Gable can make anyone look good, and Vikingo is a fucking highlight reel all his own.
I hope this isn't the moment where I hope they don't do cool shit.
He's the one that makes me always worried. He's the one that always makes me worried. Like, because he does shit. He's the guy that does
balls to the wall the first time.
He's the guy who will do the extra rotation, if you know what I mean. Like, he's gonna try and make that 1.5 a 2.5.
He's gonna
try and do something absurd. Vikingo's shit is crazy, but anyway, this show's very lucha libre to me because it feels like you've got a women's tag team match, you've got a trios tag match, a trios tag match, a 4-way, and then the main event. Like, you got your main event match for the title, You got a 4-way. You got a women's spectacle that's going to be awesome. By the way, Stephanie Vacor, with her fighting tonight on SmackDown, is fighting 3 matches in 24 hours. She's also in the women's Money in the Bank, and she's in this match. But anyway,
I mean, she kind of needs to do that. Like, she's really in the position where she needs to workhorse for a moment. She could
I
chill
don't
in like
know.
a year.
They've a year ago she was in AEW
Okay.
against Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
WWE's put the rocket on her too. Like,
Yeah.
don't work her too much.
It's time to John. She needs to John Cena.
She's awesome. I
And she needs to John Cena for like a year and then chill. She can't do a couple matches and just be like, I'm good. No, you have to go pop, 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 pop right now. So people
She's a beast.
like Jey Uso did. Jey Uso single match, hit. And now look at it. He doesn't even have to have a match anymore. All he has to do is come out and go, yeet. And now he's even expanded that. Because now it's the four letters, one word, yeet. I've seen people do that at graduations.
I know. I've been seeing those videos too. I've been doing those videos too. We'll get to that on Money in the Bank. Anyway. So I'm going to run down the card. We don't need predictions for some of these. It's just we can talk about. It's going to be a spectacle. I think Worlds Collide is more of a show of holy shit moments we're going to see. You've got Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Humberto Carrillo, and Angel Garza against Psycho Clown, Pagano, and Hijo El Dr. Wagner Jr.
Psycho
Clown and Pagano.
Pagano, great.
No, they're both, yeah.
But looking at a card and seeing Psycho Clown,
right?
I love it.
Oh, it's unreal that's on a WWE card. That's going to be fun. The other trios match, you're going with the other Lucha faction, the LWO, but unfortunately, Joaquin Phoenix just got hurt on WWE Speed the other night. I don't know if you heard about this.
He gets hurt all the time.
They had to pull him. Do you know who they brought in his place?
Who?
Lucha, who used to wrestle for them, Lince Dorado.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they brought in Lince Dorado. It's going to be Lince Dorado, Cruz del Toro, and Dragon Lee against Mr. Iguana, Octagon Jr.,
okay, and
Lucha Underground legend, former Lucha Underground Aerostar. Do you remember little Aerostar? Yeah.
Aerostar. We're gonna see Aerostar tomorrow. That's dope.
Yeah. Aerostar does some crazy stuff, and this Mr. Iguana is really intriguing to me. I know nothing about him.
Missing from this card so far.
What's that?
One person missing from this card.
Who's that?
One Lucha great, not getting his play.
Ray?
This time. No, Ray. I know Ray will be there. Ray will do something. He's on the poster. No, he's not on the poster. Penta? He's not on the card. No, he didn't work there. There's somebody they haven't brought in.
I don't know.
Mil Muertes, motherfucker.
Mil Muertes. You know what? That is a great point. Oh, man.
He should show up and do like a Kane. Like, just show up and just like beat somebody up and just leave.
Right. That would be awesome.
Like, just bring him in as like a monster. I'm telling you, bring in Mil Muertes. Or the Monster
Matanza. That would be interesting to see just as a throwback.
They should just call Jeff to show up that day. You have to be here at TV.
Can you be Matanza for one
day?
Don't
tell him. Just show up and just be like, you should put this jumpsuit on.
And this mask. Yeah.
He looks at it. He's going to say, oh, no. The Monster Matanza.
No, they need to do what they did when Lucha Underground originally came out is they have what was the guy's name that ran it? Dario Cueto. Have Dario Cueto walk out and announce his new federation and start it all over again. Anyway, we've also got a women's.
Put Dario Cueto in charge of AAA.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, anyway.
Dario Cueto in charge of AAA would be a great idea. I like that a lot. Women's spectacle. You got your women's tag match. Dalis and Chic Tormenta from AAA against Stephanie Vacor and Lola Vice.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that should be good. Lola Vice,
There's only one
unbelievable
other
MMA
person I would
background.
hope when you said it was a tag match that I would hope would be Stephanie Beckworth's partner. But
Yeah,
I'm cool with her. There's one person I was hoping it would have been.
who's
Miss
that?
Parker.
Miss
Miss
Parker. Miss
Parker.
Parker.
Miss Parker.
You
I
get
love
that
Miss
walk.
Parker. She's so good. Miss
Jada
Parker.
Parker's really good. Really
Miss
good.
Parker. Oh, like there's something.
Did you see that Mariah May debuted on NXT this week?
The glamour. They haven't said her name yet.
You know what? That's a very good point. You bring that up. It's a very good point. It's the
They
same
said the
thing they did.
glamour, but
They
they
never
never
said.
said her name, just like Ricky.
Yeah, just like Ricky and just like JC Mateo.
But like there's something long term about Jada Parker.
Yeah.
That character that character is going to carry over. Like, you're not going to need to change that.
Do you know what sport she came from?
No.
Soccer. If I'm not mistaken, it was LSU, but she was a soccer player.
She's badass.
Yeah, I don't know. She's great.
She's a fucking badass.
So besides the main event, there's one more match. It's a fatal four-way, which is always fun in lucha style. And this one is for the North American title, which automatically tells you that Ethan Page is going to be in there, who is
this
fantastic.
match I've seen, and this match I'm very excited for, but tell the people.
Did you see you don't watch SmackDown much anymore, do you?
I watched the clips the next day.
Last week on SmackDown, they put Ethan Page on commentary. He was
it.
on commentary for a match that Ray Phoenix was in and Javon Evans was in.
Well, it was
awesome to see. Like,
I think they're also going to prep him for the main roster sooner rather than later. They're not going to keep him on NXT for very long.
Yeah,
he's TV. He's money. That dude's going to be
so good.
Okay, I don't want this to happen. Let's say this rumor of the Miz leaving is true. Ethan Page could slot into the roster and kind of be that Miz character within the interaction of all the other characters. That arrogant, kind of has a reason to be arrogant character. Like, earns that arrogance. But
so he's got a four-way match. It's Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Your boy is bouncy. Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
And
this is what Paul. Before you say this is what I wanted him to do. This is why I said he needs to go to NXT, because all of these characters with Ray Phoenix, let's fucking go.
So let's also throw in the Laredo Kid from AAA.
That's neat.
So that's neat.
I love it. It's so
that four-way is going to be great. Javon Evans, Ethan Page, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix. I mean, come on, that's going to be fun.
I can't describe this show any other way than fun.
Yeah,
I look at this card and
midday, 3 o'clock, YouTube available to everybody. Fucking watch it.
I'm really good at being a cynical wrestling fan and shitting on stuff because I've watched so much wrestling in my life and I kind of seen a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing I look at that card and I go, that's fucking stupid. There's nothing on the card I look and I go, that sucks.
Right.
Everything on that card, I'm like, that's gonna be fun. Or like, everything. Here's the thing, it's one of the few times I've looked at the card and been like, that looks great.
I have a feeling we might come away. We might come away from tomorrow with the same thing that NXT used to do to the main roster, and that is, I have a feeling that this Worlds Collide card might be better than Money in the Bank when all is said and done. When you look at both shows back to back, because right now Money in the Bank, unless something changes on SmackDown, which I'm currently recording in the other room, there are 4 matches.
Which let's run those matches down for the people.
Okay, we're gonna run those matches down. 2 of them are the Money in the Bank matches. We'll get to those in a second. Let's go with the matches that aren't Money in the Bank. Number 1, Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. 2 women's from Dublin. 2 badasses from Dublin. They have gone at it once before. I feel like because they have and now they're doing it again, this might be where Becky gets it. I don't know. I don't know what their plans are.
I know that this is probably a thing they probably want to do. This is probably like, oh, this is yes, we get to work together and do this story and blah 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 blah. Becky gets to put it over, like, but I'll be honest, it's hard for me to get invested in this one. It's a good for them moment for me. It's like, yeah, good for y'all. I'm glad y'all get to have your match.
I like Lyra Valkyria. Every time I watch her for a split second, I go, why do I? Oh, that's why. She's
Yeah,
she looks stiff, but she isn't.
they're great. I'm
If you
not
know what I
knocking the
mean, like,
performers.
yeah.
It's just one of those matches where I'm like, I don't care.
And here's another one that was crowbarred together: John Cena and Logan Paul against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Now, supposedly, the word is the reason this is Logan Paul is because Travis Scott something flaked with the way he was training or whatever. Supposedly this was going to be John Cena and Travis Scott against Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Yeah. But now it's Logan Paul and John Cena against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Do we care? Do we care about anything past the entrance when he does that? That's what I mean. I mean, like, I don't know if I care.
This is going to be a match that we're going to watch everybody come out. We're going to watch the entrances. It's going to start, and it's going to be fine. It's not going to be terrible. It's not going to be like, this is fucking dog shit and stupid. But there, like you said, there's not enough. There's not much behind this.
Right.
It was supposed to be somebody else, and they kind of just put Logan Paul in there. So it's like, I get it. It's 2 heels versus 2 baby faces. Great. It doesn't advance anything. Like,
yeah.
I think they missed out by not having John Cena come out and say, I got R-Truth fired. And it should just be about that.
Right.
And like Cody should just be fighting John Cena, not for the title.
For R-Truth's contract.
But I'm gonna fucking kick your ass to teach you a lesson. Like, this shouldn't even be like, John should be like, no title match, like, deny him the title. But then Cody's like, fine, well, how about one just a fight? You do a no holds barred. This is what Money in the Bank should have been for them. This should have been their like weapons, like knockdown, drag out fight in the feud.
Yeah.
You could have also done something with Logan Paul and Jey Uso. You could have just had a world title match with them and had Jey go over. But the tag match, it feels forced.
It does.
Absolutely, it feels forced. It's going to be a spectacle match. It will probably be the 3rd match of the night.
A Money in the Bank's going to open and close the show, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. It'll be a Money in the Bank. It'll be the tag match for the women. It'll be this thing.
And no, the women will probably open with Money in the Bank. Then you're going to get. Then you'll get the men's tag. Then you'll get the women Intercontinental, and then you'll get this is 100% how this is going to go. The women's Money in the Bank is going to happen first. Then, because the women have already gone, you're not going to put the women again. You're going to then do Logan Paul and John Cena against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso.
I would bet more money then that they would just open with John Cena. I would bet that. I bet they would, rather than have John Cena and like Cody Rhodes go on like 2nd or 3rd, I feel like they would just have them open.
Yeah.
And then go. Because actually, I mean, if you think about it, like, if you open the show with John Cena's entrance, Cody Rhodes' entrance, Yeet, and everybody booing Logan Paul, like, that's a good way to start like at a live event. That's a pretty good way to start a show.
Let me look at the women's match for a second.
So
it's that, or you're starting with, I've got to think, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley has a match?
She's in the Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking her music hits first. If we're talking about whose music hits first on the night.
What if it's the men's Money in the Bank first?
Okay, well, that would be interesting. Which one do you want to talk about first, the men's or the women's?
Let's talk about the men's.
Talk about the men's. I got LA Knight, Solo Sikoa,
Boo,
Penta, Seth Rollins.
Okay, can we pause and talk about Seth Rollins for a second?
Andrade and El Grande Americano.
When you go online next, look up Seth Rollins' interview he just did with Amy Adams on ESPN. This dude buried Hulk Hogan 6 feet underground and then set the plot of Grass on fire.
Did he really?
And he did it with 2 lines. All he said was, at one point he said something to the effect of, He doesn't like he always wants to watch Hulk Hogan get beat up. He loves watching Hulk Hogan get beat up. He goes, look it up on the internet, Google it, you'll see why. And then later on, he goes, yeah, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, bad guy. Terry Bollea, not a great guy. And then he just kind of moved on to the next subject. And
That's great.
I love Seth Rollins. Anyway,
No, that's
who else
great.
is the Money in the Bank?
Andrade and El Grande Americano.
So
that means Chad Gable has 2 matches in 24 hours as well.
There's some interesting people missing from that match.
No, there's one main person who didn't even get a qualifying match. And if you watch if you're following any of the people who get mad about wrestling and the
Aleister Black.
No, Karrion Kross. Because Kross is going over so well and they will not give the man a fucking
What if
match.
somebody needs to ruin a Money in the Bank sometime. Like that needs to be a storyline where somebody comes out and prevents nobody wins. Like there is no winner.
R-Truth.
Oh my God. Karrion Kross, R-Truth, Carlito, and Hulk
Sarah
Hogan.
Logan.
Hulk Hogan just gets beat up. He's the one who just takes all the bumps. He just gets hit all the time.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That's what people want to see.
Bob says SmackDown is a must-watch tonight. So that just ended. There must be something good going on in there. I'll be curious to check that out. I'm going to watch that tonight, and I'm sure we're going to be talking about this next week. We'll be talking about the results of all these for our wrestling segment.
And I might have missed it. So
but we got the women's now.
Jacob Fatu's not in Money in the Bank?
No.
So Jacob Fatu doesn't have a match?
Jacob Fatu was in a qualifying match that he got screwed out of.
I got to change the plans with you, bud. We're not going to watch any wrestling tomorrow.
Because Jacob Fatu's not in it?
Yeah. There's no reason to turn it on.
Wait, let me tell you about the women's Money in the Bank, and there might be a reason to turn it on.
Is Jacob Fatu in it?
No.
No, I'd love to watch that. Just picking up bitches and power bombing them.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Women's Money in the Bank. Roxanne Perez. Julia.
Yeah.
Stephanie Vaquer.
Let's go. Wow, another 2 matches in 24 hours.
3 matches. She's got SmackDown, Worlds Collide, and this.
Like I told you, workhorse them.
Vaquer, Roxanne Perez, Julia, which already the 3 of them being half of Money in the Bank shows you that it's shifting. For sure. I mean, the women's division. Naomi's in there.
Yes.
Alexa Bliss. And Rhea fucking Ripley.
Oh.
The women's match is going to be pretty badass.
So I think Liv Morgan's going to come out and interfere in something.
Okay.
Which means Dom will be in tow.
Do you have a prediction real quick for the men's match? Does Seth Rollins get that? It seems like they're leaning towards Seth Rollins, but
I feel like Seth Rollins alone just has his buddies come out and help him and gets it. So gotcha. I think Seth Rollins wins that. Actually, I'll give you all my predictions real quick up to and then we'll talk about the women's.
Okay, Seth Rollins wins that. Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch.
Becky.
John Cena, Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso.
John Cena, Logan Paul.
Okay, and the women now.
John can't take an L really until he takes the big L.
Logan can take an L though.
I don't think his team could take an L.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he loses. I think he DJ Khaled's all we do is win until somebody takes that belt off him.
Okay.
But women's match. First off, before I pick a winner, what are your thoughts on the match as a whole?
The women's?
The women's.
Oh, I'm all about it. I think it's a really cool spectacle for the awesome women that they have now and how quick they've turned the future around.
Yeah.
Or like Stephanie Vaquer signed within a year. Julia signed within a year. Roxanne Perez, she was a mainstay at NXT, but like those 3 there show me that they really are leaning into this new women's division. And I mean, it's a shame to say, but everybody should watch out for their jobs right now because there is a lot of talent coming up.
I can't imagine wanting to go to the other place. I can't imagine wanting to go to AEW as a female wrestler right now when you see everything that WWE is doing with female talent.
Oh, as a female wrestler, absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
if you're an
I
indie,
saw
if
a
you're a
great
dude on
comment
the
though.
indies, absolutely. Like Tony Khan's gonna love you and book you. But if you're a female wrestler, go work for Shawn Michaels. He apparently knows what the fuck to do with you in your career. He's
Yeah,
gonna make you a star.
the women's NXT division, I mean, yeah.
This is Saul Ruka? Saul Ruka?
Saul Ruka.
Like
Unbelievable.
he took a stupid surfer gimmick. Dude, surfer gimmicks are dumb.
It's not that it was a gimmick. The girl was a surfer.
Yeah, but you don't need to bring the board to the ring and shit and do the like. Don't do that. Like, be an athlete, but like that could have went really bad. That could have went really cheesy, and it didn't. It made a fucking badass out of it. That backflip shit she does, the fucking top rope, the
Oh God, it's an inward. She does an inward flip, and she calls it the Soul Snatcher.
And who's the Carmen
Petrovich.
She's great. The girl with the culling is fantastic. There's this girl with Varsity, or the girl Vanity Project. There's a girl with Vanity Project.
That's on Evolve. I forgot her name.
She's great.
She's a heck of a talker. She reminds me of a very, I hate to say it because I don't like the Vanity Project, and I'm not supposed to. I know that's what they're doing. Like that swipe right tag team, they're a pain in the ass.
There's only one female that I'm like.
The girl that they've got with them that talks reminds me of young Sunny. The way she's peppy, she's cocky. I'm better than you. We're all pretty.
I wish they would do more with Thea Hale. I feel like they wasted Thea Hale.
Thea Hale is so good to me.
She seems like a really cool, energetic character. You could do.
Who is it that you're not over on?
Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons.
Yeah, she looks like she smells like kitty litter. I just can't. I can't do it, man. Like, I can't. I just don't.
Oh,
like, why are you doing really, really fast kung
ready
fu?
For that.
Why are you doing like way too fast kung fu and like?
Oh my god.
Her TNA entrance was the hardest thing to watch when she entered on TNA, because she stared at the camera and sang her whole theme song, and she walked to the ring, and it was just like she had a whole coordinated like walk to the ring and like movement from turnbuckle to turnbuckle. Man,
I need a way to watch TNA.
I just watch clips online. That's about all you need to do. But dude, I'm just. They need to retool that whole I wear shiny costume, a shiny pleather suit, and do kung fu. There's always this weird outfit with like a bunch of holes cut in the sides of it. I'm sure she's a nice person.
That Carmen Petrovich. I'm sure you said that you said
this isn't the person. This is the character. I don't like the character.
That Carmen Petrovich that kind of made an impression on you. Do you know what she had? A very unique what's the word I'm looking for? She had a very unique accomplishment WrestleMania weekend. Do you know what that might be?
No.
There were several WWE stars on Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. She was the only one to lose.
So I also want to point out Lash Legend.
I didn't realize how big she is.
That chick's cool. That chick's awesome. Like, they should do more shit with Lash Legend.
She's getting better. I didn't like when they had a show for her. I didn't like that she had a talk show. I don't like talk shows for characters, really.
See, I like talk. I like it. I like that kind of shit. Like, I think that's a way where a character can
Noam Dar's was okay. Themselves. Lash Legends wasn't good. Noam Dar's was okay.
I can't say the last time I gave a shit about Noam Dar.
Well, I don't know.
But anyway, Jordan Grace.
It
actually made me like Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Okay, the one I'm not behind yet, and maybe I just don't see the vision.
Okay.
Maybe I just don't get it.
Talk to me.
Tatum Paxley. I get what they're trying to do, but it's silly.
I like
It's not
I
real.
like her, and it's like there's something they see in her because they've literally fired her friends and given her dolls of her friends to carry around while she's crying. They need to match her up with the other girl in Fatal Influence named Jasmine Nix, the dark-haired girl.
You don't have a Paige anymore. You don't have Cora Jade anymore. You need somebody to be the like, I'm just a goth girl wrestler who kicks ass and is kind of creepy and weird. Like, that's all she needs to be. She doesn't need dolls. She doesn't need creepy like accoutrement. She just needs to be goth and creepy. And not like oh god, the girl from the Wyatt Six, not that kind of creepy.
Nikki Cross.
I'm saying just like Wednesday Addams, like early Paige, goth girl.
I gotcha.
That's all she needs to do, and then just do that really well. Because they fired everybody else who does that. And so you don't have there isn't one right now. Do that.
You got a good point.
Like Gigi Dolan,
good point.
Gone. Cora Jade, gone.
The other one I really like down there in the women's division, she's with Salruka, is Zarya. She used to be known as what's that?
That's just weird to me, man. Like
Zarya and Salruka.
Zarya is the only character on the roster who like she looks like she's in Street Fighter Alpha, like a Street Fighter game. Like she comes across like a video game character, not like a pro wrestler, which isn't a bad thing, but it's very disorienting. Like she's very Lucha Underground.
Yeah, for sure.
Very Lucha Underground. And that's the thing. It's like you've got this one character who's like, like it's cool, but nobody else is that just is you're the only thing like that on the show. And it's like you don't it's like Bray Wyatt kind of like you get something that has to like bounce up against that.
Yeah.
Like you've got this big character. Nobody else is like a big enough character to go up against that. Like that's why Bray Wyatt had to wrestle John Cena.
Right.
Who's gonna wrestle that chick? Jordan Grace. She's probably gonna
think
move it up
she's long
to the
for
main
NXT
roster.
either. I think she's not long for NXT either, or not
I
long
don't
for
think
the main
Zarya
roster.
chick is either. I think they're gonna move her up super quick because you need that Zarya girl has to wrestle like a Rhea Ripley or like a Bianca Belair or like a Nia Jax. Like she has it. That's she's Clash of the Titans.
And the question was for me, who takes the title off of JC Jane now, or who goes for the title? And it was Zarya. But now that Mariah May's shown up, you've shown me what your vision is. Mariah May, there's no reason they brought Mariah May in unless she's gonna get the fucking title.
Oh yeah.
That's what she's gonna do.
That was part of the deal. They're like, we'll make you a world champion.
Yeah.
And then she's going to show up. She's probably going to steal it. Because that's what they do with Ethan Page. That was really cool.
I saw some cool like Twitter posts from her. They showed like Mariah May has always been a WWE girl. Like there was a post from WWE during COVID that she was excited for WWE 2K20. And then there was a post that she was watching SmackDown. Like she always like would post on Twitter about WWE. So like happy for her. She threw herself like a party with a cake and everything. Like it sucks because like I don't want to cheer for anyone who already is born with such gifts. Like she's beautiful. You already got it made. Fuck you. But bravo. I'm glad for you.
There's three other wrestlers I think they need to take from AEW. Three other females. I think
three other females from AEW. One of them would be Julia Hart.
100%. That's the first one. That is
them
number
would be
one.
Tony Storm.
Dang, did you read my notes?
And one of them would be Sky Blue.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Not Thunder Rosa. Right? Who?
Willow Nightingale.
Willow Nightingale. You know what? That's a great shout out. I don't know why I didn't go with that.
She's got like
Her bubbly
Bailey
personality,
level,
yes.
like
The smile, the happiness that comes out. Like people are just happy.
Sami Zayn level. Like you could do a Sami Zayn level like thing with that.
Yeah, like this way that Sami Zayn used to come out in his music.
Yeah.
People are just happy when her music hits
Yeah.
and she comes out and she's smiling and waving and shit like that. So
and that's just 3 women I think need to go there really quickly. Julia Hart though is number 1 with a bullet. That is a character you could make really fucking cool, and yeah, that would be dope.
you've even got Alistair to introduce her.
I think you keep them as far away from each other as you possibly can.
Yeah,
I think you let her be this. If they're not going to make the Tatum Paxley girl what I talked about, you bring her in to be that. You make her the creepiest chick in fucking wrestling, and then eventually she tangos with Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Six. That's what that leads to. You know, and honestly, I'll give you one more.
Go ahead.
Anna Jay.
Anna Jay is another one. Yeah. No, you know what? I'd bring Tay Mello back first.
Nope. Anna Jay. I think Anna Jay has still, at least every single time, shown that she can do what's needed. She did the Jericho bullshit.
Yeah. She was hilarious on Being the Elite with the when Brody was in the Dark Order and everything.
And a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, Britt Baker, Mercedes Moné again."
Mercedes needs to stay far away.
There's no greater fall I think we've ever seen in wrestling than the Sasha Banks to Mercedes Moné.
Well, she just won another title in Austria now. She's got another title.
Great. You can go great. Who cares?
She's like Mercedes 5 belts or something.
Like an indie promotion in another company brought you in and gave you their belt. That's all.
She's trying to be belt collector Kenny Omega is pretty much what I'm seeing.
The problem is like all the belts don't look good. Like one of the belts that she was holding up looks like a toy. There's one she has, and the writing just says something stupid. Like it just says like
Hasbro.
It says like Grand Princess Champion or some dog shit.
Oh God. Well, that's been
fun. We got wrestling all day tomorrow.
We got wrestling tomorrow. You're gonna make some burgers or something?
We're gonna make burgers. We're gonna have a cookout, grill out. I got some wieners.
You got some wieners?
Wieners and some between some buns.
Wieners and buns.
We're gonna eat the meat.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I have never been a big fan of a brat. Okay. Are you a brat fan?
I'm a big fan of brats.
I like Mets. Give me a Met, like a cheesy Met or a jalapeno Met. For some reason, brats have never done it for me. And like when I go to a cookout and all they have is brats and there's no other options. I mean, I know there's going to be burgers too, but when your wiener shaped option is only brats, it disappoints me.
We actually aren't going to have any brats. We're going to have spicy sausages, chili cheese Mets. So chili cheese flavored Metwurst.
Gotcha.
And regular hot dogs and burgers.
Nice.
Maybe, yeah. But,
let's do a shot. You were right. We should do a shot.
Let's do a shot. Let's wrap her up. We got wrestling tomorrow.
I don't have any mystery shots. We didn't go and do our mystery shot search.
I don't have a mystery shot. I think I've done this already on the show. It's something I've already had before.
I figure I'm going to go overly fancy. Or not overly fancy, but this is just how we're going to finish my bottle. I mean, we're going to just straight shoot some Woodford.
Meanwhile, I'm drinking Party Horse Sinister Cinnamon. Cinnamon fucking whiskey. My least favorite whiskey.
Party Horse Cinnamon. How many Party Horses have you shot?
All of them. All of them. All of them.
There's a lot.
All right. Here we go.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Yum.
It's cinnamon whiskey. That's for damn
Cinnamon
sure.
whiskey.
Well, make sure once again, like, subscribe, follow wherever you get your.
Mike, we can't hear you anymore. Are you on mute?
What?
Oh, there you are. You're too far back.
Like and subscribe. Go to tdwh.com. Go to Instagram at 2dudes wearing hats. The cinnamon whiskey took me out.